YouTube. Come on. It's live. You're not giving me any visuals. There we go. Finally. Finally, YouTube. Right. Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix and welcome back to Satisfactory. Going to be continuing on with a bit of building in the grasslands. Had a bit of an idea of how to do things. Had to unstick this facility. Various things have just kind of gone wrong. I've gone the wrong way. It's fine. We can drop down here. Did a few bits and pieces down here as well. Nothing huge. But mostly just shrouding things in. But yeah, this kind of works out where I sort of logged off last night because of the route that I need to take. This time I do need to stop off at one of the Megafactory 2 just to see what's going on with the nuclear pasta, because I should have the resources in it to keep it going, but it's not going, and I need to find out why. And then it'll be grasslands time, because grasslands is an interesting case. This train no longer exists, so I actually took it out because it was causing quite a lot of problems, but because it was loading up computers. Let me just check in here. Circuit boards. Just going to take these computers with me because I'm going to need them. I'm fairly certain I'm going to need them anyway. So yeah, just done a few bits and pieces as we sort of go through. Built a natural ramp up here so that I can completely miss it by hitting that rock. Let's try that again. It really is a Monday today. It's been a day. So yeah, let's bump up there. And I need to be over on that road there, but I'm not. Hold on. I think we can get over. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. And yeah. Basically I was having the train was basically blocking that one, and I didn't need that other train for the moment, so I just removed it until I can work out what's going on with the block signals. It's not ideal what's going on here. Really, I probably need to make it stop before that junction. That might be part of the reason. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Going on forwards down here, we get to we get to the new rocket fuel area, which I can also make ionized fuel as well. I don't think I will at the moment. Maybe in the future when I can craft. I think you can craft energy thingamajigs, and you need that for the ionized fuel. So later on, yeah, that would be fine. All got built up a lot though, to make sure that I've got enough rocket fuel to run. Currently one generator, but I can always add more if needs be. That grew quite quickly once I kind of had the sort of space there. That all grew up quite nicely. And then coming up here, nothing's been really done to this area yet. There's some reasons why I think it may have stopped. I think it's probably run out of computers or something. So we'll have a look. But it works out. So the entrance that I do want to make is from this area anyway. because this is where the train is going to be running, and I basically need to rework how the monorail is laid out anyway, to get stuff from over here down to the grasslands a lot more efficiently, if that's what I need to do. So my nuclear pasture is currently running into here. That's got enough frames. It's radio control units, it's the block. Computers, of course it is. So I'm not crafting them here. Just working out where I can just sneak in a... No, it's not what I wanted you to do at all. Right, so the computers can go in this one. Can go in there, and then they drop down. No, and then they drop down into there. So that will now be pumping computers into there, and that will be then be running that as it goes through. Good, right, that's fine then. That's going to be a bit of a drain on power, but I think it'll be alright. The downside is obviously an awful lot more of my facilities are now going to be starting to come online. I'm trying to move over to a situation where my factories should be running all the time because I need to make the tickets. And yeah, and that's obviously going to drain more power. So if a factory isn't doing something, then it needs to start doing something. Right, let's go to the next one, past my rather large thing here, which I do need to do a little bit of work on. You know what? While we're here, it's a small amount. I unlocked these bits. These wall pieces like that, and I'd love to use them. The top bit is a bit weird. But don't know what's happened there. That is the way that it sort of fits in. Might need to be a little bit of something going on there, or yeah. If I remove these, nope, don't remove the cable. I can then replace it with the inverted ramp, and it doesn't matter which one I use for this. And that should look a lot better. Yeah, that looks better. And then it just needs walls all the way around. Something along those lines. Evidently here should be a little lip up, and then these walls. That needs a little bit of tweaking here and there just to shroud this bit in, but that's fine for now. That looks a little bit more imposing. Good. Some point I have to come back and paint it all up, but for the moment that's fine. There's an awful lot of this going on where the monorail is very wavy. That's all, you know, need to come through here, sort out some proper bridges and turns and all that, allowing for a double wide train track and roadway in each of these sections. But the main point of contention today is going to be up here. Wait, is it this one? I think it's the next turning. The next turning's a little easier because that one kind of leads round into an area which I've not fixed yet. Well, I've not fixed any of these areas yet, and that's kind of why I'm revisiting some old areas to try and upgrade them and bring them back into use, basically. So if I go down that one, I don't get where I need to go. If I go down this one, I come out at the grasslands. Yeah. And yeah. So this is the bit that I want to look at today. We have this snaking monorail that goes over and around and all which way. Really, it should just come straight down this route here. I think. Wait, no. No. It needs to come down straight down this route. So it's coming down straight down this route. But instead of going all the way down as it does currently, it needs to have a height of where that is right now. And continue on and just be at that level as it circuits around the space elevator and into its station. This is an idea that I had about an hour ago now, of how I want this to be. As I said, this train line isn't running, so I can do pretty much whatever I like with it, and you know, by hiking it up I get rid of things like this rock, and the fact that all this is actually quite messy. What I want is, I want the space elevator to be at the sort of second level up. I guess it would be the first floor. So there'll be the ground floor where the factories are, and then the first floor where the elevator and the trains are, and then around the elevator, in theory, we could have some more factories built up in little sort of pods, as it were. That's the plan anyway. How well that will work, we will see. So, first things first, let's get this area hiked up a little bit and just get it prepared for a bit of change. Now, ultimately, I need to go this way. So now it just becomes a point where I need to just block stuff out. So we have some really nice, ugly foundations that are just going to be going across this area. So I can get a basic idea of height of where everything is. And get a bit of a sense of how roadways need to run, because at the moment this is on the second floor, so we're going to actually have to bring up this bit up a ramp to match the level of this. This train line is going to come in between some pillars as well. I'd quite like to have some pillars going on. So if we were to say that this is the ground floor and then anything below it's the sub-basement or the basement, then that would just need to get some power. I don't have any cables, of course I don't have any cables. this. I need this because I need to grab that. So I can just have some power. And get some power down there. Right. And then, yes, so that sort of will come in here. And really, one thing I would really like is the ability to know how high I am in meters, really. At the moment there's an awful lot of just guessing. That could do for a second floor though, based off the height of that. Yeah, that could be a very nice sort of second floor. So we go there, that's my first floor, and yeah, I think that works. That also gives me accessibility to, oh, there's a couple of limestone there. Seriously, this hover pack, when I first started using it, it's just like, I'm gonna make it, I'm probably not going to use it much. Yeah, I use this thing all the time for building now, because barring the slight bumps that you can get when you've got something exactly placed and then it just shifts down just a little bit and just as you click, it's really good for just getting a bird's eye view on your base and just kind of seeing where stuff needs to go based on everything else. I'd like to do something up here around this little pool of water. Doesn't have to be a factory necessarily, just something, you know, little beachfront property or something along those lines, you know, just something, you know. Then over here is going to be the first train station probably. I am going to remove these bits if I have I don't have the ability to remove those bits, but the poison cloud will go. This sort of area will be sort of shrouded in. Might do something with that, similar to how I did the little diorama. Could probably do something there. So the way that I did diorama was I just kind of placed platforms underneath it of the right sort of thing, then just covered it, then just made it all asphalt. So these may need to come up a bit as well. Right. So that is my little diorama area. I might keep that one up there, but then just remove the rest. Then Poison Cloud won't, no. It'll be there, but it won't really be in the way. And let's also start pulling this out a little bit more. That one can go for now. Now, what I had been doing was just adding a bit of a lip across this way, which I will probably continue doing actually. So it's just like this. Benefit of that being I can have the concrete walls on the top, and then this one would just be something like along those lines, like that. And then I put these over the top. I guess the downside of doing it like that, when I sort of think about it, is that I can't have that's tricky. Really, I would want everything at the same height wherever possible. However, I think that looks good for here. So the so these are the storage silos for each. I've not labelled them all up yet, but they're all set up. Pulled all that out. Added some just some of this normal lighting, and didn't really do anything else here much apart from just move this factory over. So we do have some of these reinforced, whatever they're called, encased industrial beams. They are being made slowly in this system, and then all of this lot would just come out and flip around into here. Probably then stack them on top of one another, so each of these is basically looking after multiple factories, but reasonably sort of stacked up in this small space here. And then the train station would go in probably here. That would work, I think. So the train station would go there. Like that. Could also then do, obviously, we need a place for this to go across here, but then again, maybe some of these, I don't know. That tree needs to go though, I do know that. Yeah, these bits do look a little odd on this side. That's it. I need a power line. Maybe these bits, while I do like to have a fair amount of consistency, maybe this bit comes out to here, like that, and then we go from here over. Just need to do that so that I can. Apparently, I need to do that so I can just easily put this in here. And then it kind of goes in like that. You can have a railway there, and electric locomotive just in here. What it's doing in there, not entirely sure what this is actually going to be used for, but it's just here for now. That's the main thing, just kind of getting it in and work it out a little bit later. I also want to have a second railway. So we'll have a 2 block and then a 5 block. So 1, 2, 4. Right, this one can come out now. While I put it into here instead. I can start eating into clearing away these bits, because while I will have some factories down the bottom, these are currently not on grid, so I've got to go. Instead they'll be on this grid here. Something along these lines. Just gonna get rid of this rubber. I've got plenty of rubber in the facilities. I don't need to keep these. Just a bit of inventory management. Yep, okay. Just out of curiosity, no, I don't have any coupons yet. So that looks pretty good like that. I do like it when you've got multiple train stations set up. For some reason it looks really good. Feels a bit of a shame to remove all this, but it's needed, unfortunately. It's been needed to be done for quite some time, and I've just not done it. I've just sort of made do with sort of a kind of poor situation. As I think everybody sort of does in Satisfactory anyway. They build a system to be good for the moment, and then they never actually get back to saying, hey, actually no, this needs to change now. Especially, I think, because my power grid is also an absolute mess. I don't know where any of this power grid goes, and that's quite a problem now at this point. You know what? I'm gonna do something here. Again, this is much more of hey, this is just a visual thing of I want to add some windows in here. So it almost becomes like a bit of a terrarium here. That one will probably go. I think that poison cloud is going to be a bit in the way, but the rest of this can come out now. It's in the way of progress. And certainly I've learned quite a bit from just building stuff in Satisfactory. Some of the benefits of doing things in a certain way, like having nice clear roads so that your cars can get down them. Not necessarily something you think about. Also, having these little just chill areas, I guess. Alright, so these are all making like stators and all that sort of thing. They all going to have to be moved somewhere. Probably under here, but I'm also going to need to make sure they've actually got supply lines, which a lot of these things don't. But then again, the other question is, do I need them to have proper supply lines? Because at the moment, quite a lot of them are just making stuff to be fed into different factories. I'm also not making any heavy frames at the moment, which is going to become a problem. Oh joy, okay. Oh, I just picked up a whole load of computers. Need to keep these, I don't want to scrap them. Let's throw all that into there. Right, well, while that's... Right, we can take this one out for the moment. Along with all of these. Got to be a bit careful because I don't exactly know if that power cable is the only power cable leading over there. This is, yeah. Right. That's fine there for now. But we do need to kind of get a sense of how big this is. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4... 6x6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, roughly a 6x6. Maybe make it 7x7 to be safe. So we'll do an 8 from here. We'll do an 8 from here because these are going to be the border pieces. These aren't actually going to be the bits that it's going to be resting on. Need to just dump some stuff out of my inventory because I'm not going to have enough space otherwise. It's kind of interesting because I've not really done a huge amount of stuff yet, but it's looking more organised than it did. To be fair, that wouldn't be hard. It's a little bit all over the place. I don't need those. I can get more of those. I don't need to carry around rebar with me because I'm not using it. And I can also get rid of these and those. Right. So these will be curving round into a single sort of exit out. So we're just going to remove the space elevator and move it, essentially. Moving it doesn't remove all the progress you've made. It's just a thing that you are using to get stuff up there. So moving it shouldn't be a problem. The space station is basically the same wherever you look at it from, so that's also shouldn't be a problem. And of course, being up here means I can actually potentially get this in the right place for once. So I want to use this bit as my guide in. Just move it over a bit. maybe like there. It's not. I think they say no, that's not going to work. This is what I mean about the little bumps. It's like, yep, I'm in the right place now, and no, you're not. You're not. I think as long as that is relatively centered, I think we'll be fine. It's more the making sure that this bit is centered, and then the rest of it will sort of work itself out. Yeah, go from there. And in case you've never seen this animation, the cable should be coming down in a minute. There it goes. Now we can start removing all of this. Just deleting all the bits. Not completely, obviously. You know, we will need this monorail again, and leaving it where it is, it kind of says, hey, you know, something needs to go down here. Also highlighting that factory was never completed at all. That factory is still the original one with no modifications to it whatsoever. So all of that needs to be upgraded at some point. The train line will come around here. So I'm thinking just so that would go this way, and then our second line just one block out, or maybe we want to put them next to one another. I think they do look good, quite good, just next to one another. That also allows for more tracks later on to go to different areas of the facility. That's fine for now. These bits will allow for some containers. Actually, I just need some containers up because I've got some stuff for the space elevator. Probably just in here. Just getting some more bits into that. It'll be really quite nice to get some more of that that completed. Let's make sure I've got some power lines up here. These will all come out once I've got these connected up correctly, which will be soon because I need to have my hover pack sorted out. Right, so as in now, basically. Right, so this one. Let's see. Can I just get that hooked up there? That means I get a little bit of power here, and then I can do one 1, 2, 3. That goes that way. That will need some extra stuff, but for the moment that will be out there. Right, so this one will go to here and then turn. This one will go to here. That one will go up this way to this point here. I mean, that is a fair point, actually, thinking about it. I brought it into one rail. So, yeah, there's that. But, I mean, what I could also do is bring it to about there and then do that. So we still have both rails. It's just that for this section, it will be a single track railway until it kind of bends in and goes into the station there. So that's fine for now. And I'll leave it as a 2-track because I think 2 tracks do look quite good. Now, next, let's just throw some lines over that way. Wait a minute. I was going to hike this up, so this was going to be on the... We'll see how it looks as it is now. I think it'll be alright. Can then just have the roadway on the sort of ground floor and then go from there. Yeah. Do that. And I'm changing my mind on the fly a little bit here as I kind of realise I made a bit of a mistake in that I wanted this one to basically be the next one up because of how the lines are going to come in, but it might be alright. I can move it anyways. It's not a big deal at this point. Pull this out to here. Right. This is where I now need to start thinking about the look as it sort of comes in around this bend and into here. Because what I would like it to do is have some thicker ones either side. I'm starting to think, okay, so I would like it to start going through some pillars. In fact, what I could do is kind of a little bit of a inverse of my original plan, which was to have the train line go over the top of the roadway. I could have the roadway going over the top of the train line to sort of come in here. That might work as well. So maybe let like 1, 2. I can do this the easy way. Maybe like every 7 we can have a pillar. Apart from the fact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apart from the fact that that's not every 7, That's every 6. Apart from that, I think it needs to be actually every 3. And what I should also do is just grab a train. Kind of get the sense of scale. I think that looks good. I think these sort of big things do look pretty decent. Yes, of course I want it that way around. I'm just trying to get a bit of a sense of the scale right now of it. You know, how high do I want these pillars to be? And I think that's actually perfect. I want this to be big. I want traveling into this area to be imposing. So when the trains are out here, it should be, you are entering into a sort of a main sort of facility, as it were. It should be big. I think it's probably about. Come on, no. I've got power. Thank you. When you're placing the railways, it seems to like lose power for a minute. Or just move too far away from it. I think that looks. I think maybe a little bit. That one looks good for. That looks pretty straight shot, as does this one. Why have you switched to don't know why that was straight. Yeah, there we go. Right. I want to do a nice tight turn for this one. So there you go. So that's that one, and then this one would need to be and that's I'm leaving I'm leaving line 2 for the moment. Line 2 can just wait. This one can go. That can go. The main thing is that I've got the rail line in now. And then, so the rail line will have, you know, supports coming in. And nothing should be floating, or at least as little as possible should be floating. That bumped, but that's fine. I'm going to use the concrete pillars to hold up this structure right under where these big pillars are. And that's going to be going upwards as well, I think. If I do the putting the roadway on top, it will be supported by these big pillars going all the way up. And yeah, so looking at it from the other side, it's obviously not complete, but what is? Yeah, I think that will look pretty good. It's a bit of a shame I can't have, at least I don't think I can have, like train doors, because I think train doors look really cool in other games. Like when we look at things like Metro, the Last Light, not Last Light, Exodus, Metro Exodus, where they've got these sort of big doors where trains sort of can pass through. And Once Human as well, they've got train doors. They look cool. Having that sort of just little bit of security almost to your trains, which we can have with our trucks. So yeah, I like sort of having big doors in games, because there's an awful lot you can do with big doors if you've got vehicles. But yes, that looks good for now. I think I'm probably going to end about here. The blockout is basically done, and off cam I'll fix all of these bits, get all of this out, get this bit cleared out, because we've got that line there now. I'll need to work out a way of bringing this roadway out here, because it's going to have to come up, and then yeah. So yeah, there's a few sort of bits and pieces to work on now, but I'm going to end this stream here. So I will say thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.